Hello, welcome back. I hope you're having a really good day. Today, I thought I would build a yoga studio, or it's actually a yoga spa with a cafe in the bottom level on the banks of Willow Creek because I think it's such a beautiful area. Who wouldn't want to go outside and do yoga out there? That's my opinion. So I decided to do this because I don't really like the idea of the gyms in The Sims 4. I mean, they're fine. Most people probably wouldn't have an issue with them. It's just personal preference. If I were actually living in The Sims world, I would rather have kind of specialized areas to go to. So this one that I'm building, Willow Creek, is obviously what, like I said, the yoga studio. And I was thinking of places that I might want to do in other towns. So I'm thinking maybe rock climbing in Oasis Springs might be nice. I just like the more intimate feel of having a hangout. Maybe you go with your friends. Maybe you could even do a club that does yoga at this place. It would be a club hangout, but you could have fun, eat lunch. I wish you could make smoothies. That would be kind of fun. Make a smoothie in the bottom, have tea, hang out in the backyard of this place, do your yoga. I don't know. I just think it's a cool idea. Anyway, so that's my plan. I think my next build might be Oasis Springs. We'll see. And I found this building, the idea for this building on Pinterest when I searched Main Street, USA. And this building came up with this beautiful green outside. I could not get that window to work. I do not know why it would not work. As soon as I moved it over and everything was the same there, I don't get it. But maybe the sign got in the way. So I had to use the Move Objects On cheat. So I don't know if you have to have that on if you download it from the gallery, but just a heads up. I was going to put in the fitness equipment in the bottom, like put a little basement room down there just so that it could be tagged as a fitness center, but I did not do that. I did put in all of the objects that you need to make this a restaurant. I did not tag it that way on the gallery, but I'm thinking I might upload it both ways. So we will see. And I don't know how to get rid of the freeze on the back without deleting it all the way around. So I just left it. I don't like the way it looks back there. And there's probably, you guys are probably going, I know how to do that. If you do know how to do it, leave a comment below. Let me know. And yeah, so I like the kind of like small town, older look that this kind of building has. I really like that. And I like yoga. I remember when I was a kid, our public broadcasting station, PBS, was WTTW, and there was a woman on there who did yoga, and my sister and I would try to do all those poses, tangle ourselves up in little pretzel knots. But I wanted both an indoor and an outdoor kind of facility, so you can do yoga outside on the banks of Willow Creek if you want. That's a nice place to do it. And then if we ever do get the Sims weather pack ever, I wanted to have an indoor one as well. So upstairs in this venue will be the spa/yoga studio, which is also kind of a boutique. So I was imagining that you could buy exercise equipment and not exercise equipment, but exercise clothing and maybe some spa treatments. And down here, I was thinking this would be a great place to buy like lettuce wraps and stuff like that. I don't think we have that option in The Sims, but maybe someday we will have. I know that there's some like vegan recipes, so maybe that it would be a good place for that. Yeah. So I am a preschool art teacher. I teach all the way up to high school, but I was going to tell you about my preschool class this week. They made snowmen, and it was so much fun. They made a snowman sculpture, and this week After all the glue had dried and everything, we put on hats and added some scarves and just had a lot of fun with that. They were so cute. They like their little snowmen. Each one has its own little personality, and you can almost see which child did which snowman. It's so cute. And then this week coming up, or actually it would be next week, we're going to be doing another snowman themed project where they will paint some white paint and maybe some shaving cream onto a blue piece of paper, and then after that's dry they'll add in some snowman elements. And next month is Valentine's Day, so we're going to do some Valentine's theme projects. My older kids, oh, here, I wanted that kind of like sit at the window and eat your food and watch people go by vibe. I know you won't be able to use those shelves to place food objects on, but I thought it would be nice to just, I think they might sit there and eat. Sometimes they do that. So I thought it would be fun to have my older kids, pick what they want to study next time we do class. And so I put up on the board, I put 5 different artists up on the board for them to choose from. One of them was Monet, one was Caldeer, one was Joan Miro, and I'm always forgetting that other one. I don't remember. And then the last one was Walt Disney. And so many of my kids didn't realize that he was a person. He was born in Chicago, which I didn't even know. I don't think of him as being born here. I think of him as being in LA, which I think he moved to LA. Yeah, so it was really cool. And I knew, I was pretty sure which one they were going to pick. And I was right. They picked Walt Disney almost unanimously. I think there were 2 children who wanted Monet. And I think those 2 children, one in Monet because we actually have some art exhibit in the Art Institute that have Monet paintings, so they're familiar with them. But yeah, so I mean, Disney's so relevant, but it's really hard to find ideas for lesson plans about him or his work online. So I am making all of this up from scratch, which is fine. I've done that before. But yeah, so I think our first project will make a flip book, which is fun. I've done that. And then maybe some stopgap animation would be a fun project for them to do. I have never done that, but I know the theory, and I think it would be kind of cool. I'm sure they've seen some stopgap animation, but how more relevant, like, of all, some people probably wouldn't consider him an artist. I do, because he took things in life and he put his own spin on them and made them into moving pieces of art. That's my opinion. I know people may not agree with me on that, but I think, he's a very relevant artist for children. They're so familiar with his work. I don't think any of my kids, I don't think there's one of them who hasn't at least seen a Disney movie. I know many of them have seen Disney movies over and over, and they ask for the music in class when we're drawing and painting. They want to hear, the latest Disney soundtrack. So I think he's extremely relevant for them. And I'm looking forward to it. I think I will learn too. And up here, I wanted to put the spa items, so that's why I divided it in half. I started out with 2 separate bathrooms, one from your male Sims and one for your female Sims. And then I was like, it wasn't working out exactly the way I wanted it to. I wanted to have space for them to take showers and have a locker. And so I wound up knocking it all down and just putting in, well, it's already private. I kind of wish we had those bathroom stalls from Sims 3. But actually, if we did these in real life, where we had just the room for the toilet and whatever, and privacy, then it wouldn't matter whose bathroom was whose. You could just open up all the bathrooms and just give everybody privacy and just have, a public open room for the sinks. I think that's a great idea. I don't know if it would be more money to do it that way. Maybe. floor to ceiling walls on both sides of the toilet, but definitely private and safe. I think that's a great idea. A good compromise between the two. And here I was thinking of putting in the spa massage table, but the sauna worked much better there. I've been to I've been to two spas. The first one I went to, my husband gave me a gift certificate for anniversary, and I went for a back massage. And it was our anniversaries in the fall, and so it was kind of chilly that day, I remember. And when I got into the spa, the heat had been turned off, or not turned off, it was broken. And so I just remember like being so uncomfortable. I was so cold the whole time I was in there. And just the whole experience was just not a very nice experience for me. And so when we went to Disney 2 years later, with my daughter, who I think was like 7 or 8 at that point, my husband was like, "You should book some, some kind of spa treatment for you and your daughter." Well, he is she is his daughter as well, but he was just like, book something for the two of you. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I'd enjoy it. I don't think she'd like it. He's like, no, no, no. I think you should do that. I think you would have a lot of fun. So I wound up looking online and picking, I think it was the cheapest thing you could get was a facial. And while they did the facial, while everything was setting on your face, in between, they would do a hand massage and then a foot massage. I don't think they do that anymore. I think it's just the facial now. But back then, back in the day, you could get all of that. And it was the cheapest thing they had. I think it was $40 a piece, maybe. And so I did it, and I went there, and I was nervous. But Disney does everything so well. And so the building was just the right temperature. They gave you these wonderful, beautiful, soft robes to wear and teas and everything that you could possibly think of that you would want, they had there. And then it was our turn to go in, and my daughter was a little nervous because, it was her first time ever to do anything like this. She didn't know what to expect, and she was young, but she really enjoyed it. And I actually was so relaxed, I fell asleep on the foot massage, and I think I slept for like 10 minutes, but it was like perfect, Woke up and I felt so refreshed and relaxed and rejuvenated. It was awesome. So yeah, if you ever go to Disney World, I highly suggest that. And I put in a little tea section up here because I just thought, tea, hydration is important while you're exercising, and it seemed healthier than coffee. And I wanted this to be a boutique, so I put in some things that I would imagine that they would want to buy: exercise equipment, and not exercise equipment, exercise clothing, and spa treatments on the shelf there. And I just really enjoyed making this. I love the brick that they put in the packs. I don't think this was base game brick. It's a lot less not uniform. Like the base game brick, it seemed like it was like a stamp. This is so kind of grungy looking, and I really like that. But I wanted to warm it up a little bit with the wood, so I used the wood from, I think it's the Pets pack, and then just wanted it to have kind of a warm green, kind of relaxing vibe to it. So I put these things in, and another wall of greenery. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it. Have a wonderful day and stay safe.